Welcome everyone to another Deviant.fun flash review video, and this time we bring you Garth Ennis, or Ennis, it depends. I actually looked on the internet and the regular translator would say Ennis, but a noun related, a name related translation would say it is Ennis. So Garth Ennis, that's what I'm sticking with. The drawings are by Keith Burns, which is not someone that appears small, even besides Garth Ennis. He has actually won awards for war depictions, awards that aren't really related to comics, but to art in general. So you can expect great artwork here. And of course, it's Garth Ennis, so and he's writing about war. So is it a surprise if I say right out from the spot that this is a great book? I don't think it will. So Johnny Red is actually a fighter pilot who is fighting not with the British forces against the German invasion of World War II, but in fact is working with the Soviet forces because he has been banned from the British army because he had a violent outrage and just hit someone that he shouldn't have. And so, yeah, he actually ends up in Russia and fighting for them, and is actually one of their best pilots. But the book starts and deals with Johnny's story in a very interesting way, because it doesn't just show you Johnny from the beginning and follow his story. No, what we see is a very rich guy, an American, that is trying to buy a Hurricane, so a plane from World War II, which has quite a history, and Johnny Red happens to be part of most of its history. So in the beginning of the book, we see the guy talking with the responsible in the restoration shop about the plane. He wants to know about the plane. He wants to know the history of it. He has paid a lot of money to know what was the history of this book, and so he's given a lot of details, but he still wants more. He wants to talk with a guy that knows interesting stories around it, and that's this old fellow here. And that's how we start to hear about Johnny Red's life story and his squadron and etc. So it's in a third person. It's told in the first person, though the book places you right in the action, so you don't really. It's like it's happening now. So you can expect lots of dogfights. As you can see, I've only scrolled 10 pages or so, and we're already seeing sky filled with bullets and explosions. And yeah, what we'll start seeing is the Falcon squadron, where Johnny Red belongs to, is for their first mission. And then they are confraternizing. Here is Johnny Red in one of maybe the first close-up you get of him. He was quite a legend, but he was also a difficult guy to deal with, at least for the authorities above him, because, well, he doesn't like taking orders. He has his own ideas. He even goes out on covert operations without the knowledge of his superiors. So there's lots of story here. It's not just dogfights and things like that. So it's about his relationship with his comrades, his dark past, in the British Army that keeps assaulting him. It's about new leaderships that take Johnny Red away from his squadron, and something smells funny to him, so he'll take the matter in his own hands and try to uncover what is happening, what happened to his fellows. He ends up needing to rescue them. There's politics here. There's how do you say it? Political, a very interesting way that Garth Ennis found to get a story that could be true, and that would involve putting Johnny Red face to face with Hitler, and also involving, and also something that I don't know if he got from history books or something like that, but the Soviets, as you may know, at some point in the war, where the Germans were advancing in every front, in the African front, they were pushing south and north in Africa, and pushing east to Russia, and the Russians were also being pressured by the Japanese that were getting closer, and etc. So they were in a tight situation because they were fighting the war alone against the Germans, not feeling much support from the European forces. They didn't believe that the US would actually put its foot on the war. So they were kind of getting desperate. And this book explores this to weave a plot here that justifies why Johnny Red was spread from his squadron, and his squadron was sent to a very special mission. I won't tell you, it involves Stalin and Hitler, but I won't tell you in what manner. But it's really something that you think, well, this could have really have happened, and have been kept a secret, like the book chooses chooses it as a narrative path, something that happened and that was kept away from public knowledge because very few people knew of it. And it is something that would change history books in a very strong way. So this is all the ingredients you get from Johnny Red, and more even, because there's also romance. There's a female-only squadron that the leader of them is romantically involved, let's say, with Johnny Red. It's not a very tight romance, but yeah, they do lay together and etc. So Johnny Red, the Hurricane comes from the model of the airplane that he liked flying. He ends up having to fly on other planes, some of them not in very good shape, in some of his special missions, either imposed by his hierarchy or one of those covert operations that he builds up on his own with the help of his colleagues. Because he's got a legion of trust with him, because he never failed with his comrades. He was super important in the squadron. He was the guy with the kill number on his chest. And he also has an arch enemy in the German side, an equivalent to him that also plays a role here in the story. So as you can see, there's many corners you can tackle this book. It will give you a little bit of everything, and of course super well written, because Garth Ennis doesn't know how to do it differently. And you see by the technicalities and the details that he knows what he's talking about. He knows about war and strategy, and what it takes to put a squadron in the air, to maintain the guy's morale, everything is explored here. So this is a great book. Highly recommend this. I would recommend almost anything from Garth Ennis that is related to war, but comparing this, for example, to Out of the Blue, the complete edition, I had a much higher kick from this because it's more character-centric. It's much more diverse in the story. It has more twists, more plots, more things happening, and it's a very interesting story indeed. So that's it. I loved it. So I hope you love it too. And if you want to buy it, you know where to go, Deviant.fun.biz. Otherwise, if you just like seeing these videos, please like them, subscribe to the channel for being notified of new videos, follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Yeah, because we like to evangelize, let's say, the world with comics. We love comics. Our ultimate goal would be to bring someone new to the world of comics, but we know that's very difficult just because people won't be searching for these things that they don't know, but there's always hope. So hope you liked it and you got interested. Keith Burns' art is awesome. Is the guy to depict dogfights. It's incredible. And even the rest of the scenes that are on dogfights, I really love his art. I really enjoyed it. It may not be the case for everyone, but I love the colors, everything. So that's it. Until our next video, stay safe and well, have excellent reads, and we'll see you soon. So thank you for watching. Bye bye. Deviant.fun out in 3, 2, 1. Bye bye.